Hi, my name is Kerry James. I'm here at Diamond Ridge, Diamond Valley's newest subdivision, where I'm going to be meeting with Greg Dell. He's the owner of Sen Homes for an amazing interview. Good morning, Greg.
Hi, Kerry.
How are you today?
Well, as you can hear in the background, we've got trades that are working hard here on a blistery Monday morning, but it's a wonderful day to be out enjoying the weather.
I agree with that. Yeah, we do not stop out here. The tradies are working hard to finish this development to bring these amazing new homes for you.
As you can see behind us, we've got houses that are in the beginning stages of construction. We started surveying these lots a month ago, which means that we identify exactly where the foundation is going to go. And we've had these houses in a month. We've got the house behind us with windows in. They're finishing off the roof on this house in a couple of days, and we'll have windows in there as well.
Wow. So from survey, foundation pouring, fully framed, and windows in a month.
Absolutely.
So these homes are coming fast.
They're coming fast, so we encourage you folks to get out here and take a look at Diamond Ridge.
Well, from what I understand, you have a real treat for me today. Rather than doing this interview in the unfinished home in the cold, you're going to actually show me one of the luxury homes you've built up near Mount Royal.
Absolutely, Kerry. So we're going to take Kerry into Calgary and take a look at our house, what we are as a boutique builder. We started in Calgary, and we're going to bring that experience and that wealth of choice and flexibility for our home buyers here to Diamond Ridge.
I can't wait. I'm very excited for this. Let's go check this place out.
Come along.
Great to see you. This is Greg and Nishka. Thank
morning.
you guys so much for doing this interview. I'm here with Greg and Nishka Dell, the owners of Sen Homes. We're in one of their luxury places here up near Mount Royal. I'm going to get to know the company a little bit. So Nishka, tell me, who is Sen Homes?
Sen Homes. Sen Homes is a boutique builder. We started about 10 years ago when we decided to build a house for ourselves. We started because we were out in the market and we couldn't find what we needed. We needed, at the time, this was pre-COVID, we needed a house with two offices. We were two professionals working in the corporate world. And we both needed our space. One wasn't going to work on the dining room table while the other one was in an office, your typical home setup. And because we couldn't find that in any houses that were out there back then, we decided to design our own. And when we started building and doing that, we did have a construction background. Greg had built houses way back before. And my entire family's in construction in one way or another. So we did that, and when we did that, we got a lot of feedback going, okay, like this is amazing, this is what we're looking for. You've got a real, eye for color, you've got a real eye for design and stuff. And so we didn't stop there. We just started building more houses, and we started having clients ask us to build houses for them, and one thing led to another, and that's how we essentially started.
Exactly, restarted a passion that we've already had. It was people were asking us to build for them. It was the flexibility, the opportunities, the resources that we had available to be able to say to them, here is what we can give you, what's your budget look like?
Oh, I love that. And I have had the pleasure of checking out your guys' website. I think it's very streamlined, it's very beautiful, and I love that custom approach angle you guys offer. Like for me, as someone who might be looking at buying a home recently or soon here, like I love your guys' style.
And that's what we want to be able to bring is to Diamond Ridge, is the fact that we have a background in building a luxury home. Now we're going to bring that to the folks of Diamond Ridge.
I think that's really exciting, very exciting stuff.
We believe so too.
So what's one thing that you guys do differently than other builders then?
Builders are going to say, there's a kind of a canned answer that, we look after our clients and we really get to know who they are and things like that. And what we do is really walk them through the process of why things are designed the way they are, why the room is set up, why laundry is close to the primary bedroom. Things like that. And then we get feedback like, I don't know what it is that is wrong, but there's something I'm feeling kind of a little bit itchy about. And Nish will come up with an idea and it's like you read my mind.
Oh, I love that. That's terrific.
Yeah, we do get that a lot. We end up knowing our clients so well where, you know, if they say, oh, this light isn't really hitting the mark, do you have something else? And it's very easy and quick for me to figure out, you know, once I know the client, what it is that they are very likely looking for. What's their style, right?
So you get that ability to read people and just know what they mean without having to be specific.
Yeah, I know
Which
what
for
they're
a lot
looking
of
for.
people, myself included, like, you know, you're like, you know that thing that's like, so to have builders that can just
Yes.
do that for you, what an advantage, right?
Yes.
there.
And when our clients join Sen Homes, they get access to our VIP portal. And our VIP portal is curated with some prepackaged things, but it allows them to go a la carte as well. And that allows them to build their storyboard so that when they're going, I don't know what I'm looking for, in the convenience of their own home, they can log in, they can start looking at different lights, they can start looking at different packages and go, hey, my budget is X amount of dollars, and it's like buying at Amazon. You tick a box, well, that's going to cost me $200. Yeah, I can afford that, and it's going to make my life worth it.
Okay, I find that very appealing. So it's kind of like the modern version. I don't know if you guys do this or if you're a huge dork like me, but the propensity to build trucks online. So it's like that. You get to build your custom vehicle, except it's a house.
Exactly.
I love that. I love the interactive quality of that. Are there any specific additions or changes you've made, like as far as your approach to the houses you're building in Diamond Ridge?
I think at Diamond Ridge, the important thing is to establish the fact that we as a team, developers and builders, came up with the architectural controls for the area, which will maintain the value in the area in that we have eliminated vinyl. There's
Right.
concrete pressed exterior, triple glazed windows. We offer tankless, on-demand hot water.
I love those things.
And they're absolutely impeccable and important. And so somebody who decides to build a house and wants to build a detached garage 3 years later, they still have to adhere to the architectural controls.
I love that. So you basically, despite all of the ways you can customize, there's uniformity within all of the phases in Diamond Ridge, which is going to maintain the value and equity in the neighborhood.
Absolutely.
I love that. That's so intelligent of you guys, between the developers and builders. So smart. I'm curious, as the owners of Sen Homes, do you guys have a favorite project that you've completed so far?
All of our projects are pretty much one of our faves at that point in time. The thing that we find the most appealing about what we do and rewarding from what we do is smiles on clients' faces. We have clients on wait lists at this point, trying to get our time to help them, whether it's with significant renovations or build them a home, because they know the amount of time that we personally spend with them to make sure it's correct for them is more than I think other builders or renovators or GCs do.
Well, congratulations to you guys. I mean, that's a great problem to have, right?
Absolutely.
So many clients that they actually just have a waiting list. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I think it's because when we look at a customer coming in, it's not about signing a contract. It's about the end goal of seeing the smile on their faces when we hand them the keys and they walk inside the door, and we come back 3 months later and we're touching up, things that need to be addressed, and they are going, we love the house. It's been 3 months. It's been 6 months.
I can tell how passionate you guys are about this.
Yeah, we are.
Really cool.
The biggest thing, like we mentioned before, is the clients and getting to know them and building that relationship. Those are very important things that we take really seriously in our jobs. Is making sure that the client is happy and that we've met their expectations.
And we look at Diamond Ridge. Anyone can swing a hammer,
Yeah.
but we are anchoring a community in Diamond Ridge and Diamond Valley where people will grow, and in 3, 5, 10 years, what we want to be able to see is kids playing in the yard,
Yeah.
people walking down the street.
And that really matters to me because Diamond Valley is my home. And there's a reason that I chose that place and everywhere that I've been across Canada, why I made Diamond Valley my home. It's very important to me, very special to me. So I think it's really nice that the kind of builders that are building there are like you guys.
And we started in Alberta. We're both born and raised in southern Alberta. I remember as a kid going camping out in that area, walking through the Turner Valley side, walking the Sheep River, fishing the Sheep River.
Yeah.
It was a glorious, and the fact that it is still so pristine is absolute opportunity for folks to join. And as you know,
it's a hidden gem. It's the hidden gem of Southern Alberta, really.
It really is, and I think it is primed to really grow and expand, and hopefully we can do that in a really sustainable, healthy way. That's definitely, I think, everyone's goal out there. So what kind of homes can we expect to see at Diamond Ridge?
Yes.
Well, in Diamond Ridge, we've again, we come from that background of flexibility and curate, kind of a prepackaged opportunity for folks. So we have 9 models with 14 layouts. So there is something for everyone in our homes.
And that's one of the keys also is that differentiates us from other builders in other developments is we don't just offer 4 or 5 different models. We have 9 different models with 14 different floor plans. That way it's not just a cookie cutter community.
So you're offering like a lot of diversity.
We
here.
are.
So yeah, somebody who has some specific needs, like even myself and what I do for work, I require a studio room.
Yes.
In just about every house. So I'd be able to customize that to make it a little larger than
Absolutely,
a standard measure.
absolutely. And see, that's to your point. I mean, one of the things that we see our clients asking for, it's flexibility.
Mm-hmm.
We want to be walking that journey with them to be able to allow them to have that flexibility, because at the end of the day, it's going to be their home,
Yeah.
and we want them to enjoy it to the maximum.
So I'm curious, now that we're talking a little bit about buyers, so if you were a new buyer, what would you recommend? Someone who's interested in building their own home and doing it themselves. Well, are you better off doing that if you're a first-time person, or do you think it's more intelligent to go with a builder?
It is absolutely better to go with a builder in every aspect of that, because though it may not be considered rocket science to build a home, right? Everybody can figure it out eventually. What there are, the things that you need to look for as a GC, the planning, the project management of the entire thing is very daunting. I mean, working with clients from a design perspective, even on our renovation side of things, it's very evident. A lot of clients get very overwhelmed with going to pick out colors, going to pick out fixtures, lighting, plumbing, all of that. And then let's not even start with the mechanical room, right? A lot of that is very, very daunting.
Well,
And
it was definitely a loaded question, because I also agree it is definitely better to go with a builder, even when it comes to just like sourcing materials.
Yes.
When you're a company that has connections and relationships with people, your material costs, if you're buying a loan to build your own house, it just explodes quickly.
Absolutely.
And unless you are a very determined, specific individual, which I know a few who have done and succeeded, the bulk of the people that I've seen try this themselves end up handing off the project to a GC sooner than later.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely better to go with a builder.
Sen Homes.
On that note, though, if you could just offer any of the audience at home a little advice, what is some of the most common, if not the biggest mistakes that you see buyers make when choosing a builder?
In our, it's asking the right questions and choosing the right builder for you. It's not about do I pick the right color, or the cabinets and things like that. Those things can be fixed, but it's the flexibility. You are going into a relationship with a builder that is going to last a minimum a year, maybe up to 3 years. It's important that you have that relationship with your builder.
Yes, it's truly a relationship that you're building, and you want to make sure that you've got an energy or a connection with each other, as clients and builder, right from the get-go.
And it's not that you can't have that conversation of, part of our job is to be able to say, you know what, your budget is X and you're X plus 200. Is that 200, where are we going to make that handoff or trade-off to be able to get something that you truly, truly want? I think clients, one of the things that we have to be flexible around is understanding what ticks for the customer.
Well, thank you guys so much for this interview this morning. I really appreciate it. Is there anything you'd like
Thank
to
you,
add or
Kerry.
offer the audience at home before heading out?
No.
Awesome. Though I will say, a little treat for all of you sticking around, I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of this spectacular luxury home down here in Mount Royal. So I hope you enjoy that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kerry.
Thank you guys so much. Greg,
Sure.
Nishka, what a pleasure.